Hello everyone, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts. This is Prehistoric Facts special episode number 147. We're going to be talking about a dinosaur today, and that dinosaur is Shunosaurus. And so this is a possibility, an artist rendition of what Shunosaurus could possibly look like. And there you can see the size comparison with a modern day human. So information about Shunosaurus. Shunosaurus means shoe lizard or reptile. Length 31 feet or 9.5 meters. Height 13 feet, approximately 4 meters. Weight 10 tons, so 20,000 pounds. Lived 159 million years ago in the late Jurassic period. Found in China by Dong in 1983. So this dinosaur was discovered just over 35 years ago. And so that is actually a long time ago that this dinosaur was actually found. So the picture above here is a map of China. So that's just where Shunosaurus is found. I don't know approximately what area of China it's been found, but somebody in the comment section can let me know. And on the bottom here is a rendition of Shunosaurus in terms of a skeleton by Scott Hartman, and so he makes great skeletal pictures, and so I recommend checking out his work. And so yeah, here's a body plan of Shunosaurus. More information about Shunosaurus, and of course, what you see there is Shunosaurus is a sauropod, so it's part of the Sauropoda family. In the subfamily of sauropods, the Eusauropoda. So these are small to medium-sized sauropods. These are not going to be like really large sauropods that you actually are used to seeing, like say Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, Argentinosaurus, or Brachiosaurus, or Camarasaurus. Those types of dinosaurs, which are really large and long dinosaurs. And of course, all sauropods are herbivores, and so that is a distinguishing diet for Shunosaurus and all sauropods. But Shunosaurus has got something extra for a sauropod, and that is a small club at the end of its tail for defense. Now, these would actually be almost like two tail vertebrae kind of fused together to make this lumpy mass. Now, there could be spikes on it, but there is no evidence to support that. But even though it could still give a good whack to a predator, and I'll talk about the predator that would actually be hunting Shunosaurus in a little bit. The environment in where Shunosaurus actually lived in, of course, it was warm and humid. In terms of plants, there was a lot of trees, cycads, and ferns. And of course, there was no grass and no flowers. Now, there are relatives to flowers that were actually found in the Jurassic period in Asia and also in some parts of Europe and North America, but it's mostly going to be just no grass and no flowers. Of course, grass was not around during the time of the Jurassic period. And other animals that actually lived around the time of Shunosaurus, of course, there was insects, there was amphibians, reptiles, mammals, pterosaurs were very common in the skies, and of course, other dinosaurs. And there was plenty of dinosaurs that were around with Shunosaurus. Now, the only predator that actually lived and be hunting Shunosaurus is Sinraptor, and so Sinraptor would actually be the only predator that would actually take on Shunosaurus. And so in the very famous rendition of Shunosaurus up against Sinraptor is basically in Dinosaur Revolution, or otherwise in Dinotopia, or not Dinotopia, Dinotasia, excuse me. And so you actually kind of saw is that even though that show and movie has been trying to humanize dinosaurs a little bit more, it's very inaccurate, but you can actually get an idea of a predator-prey relationship. Of course, there is but basically Sinraptor would be going after the young, the weakest, and also the old of Shunosaurus, who would not be going after adults, because that is just way too risky, because all predators would actually be taking on the weakest members of the herd. And of course, the extinction of Shunosaurus is, of course, climate change. And so the plants were changing, and of course, the plate tectonics were actually happening too. So Asia was actually kind of starting to get separated from Europe a little bit, and Europe is starting to become these small, tiny islands at the end of the Jurassic period. And of course, with the changing of the climate, that means new predators are actually going to be coming around, and these predators will be getting bigger. And so the bigger bigger predatory dinosaurs that would actually be around around the particular kind of time in the late Jurassic period would actually be like Shunosaurus, and others, of course. And of course, with bigger predators comes new sauropods, and these new sauropods would actually be longer and larger than Shunosaurus, and so those types of sauropods would actually be taking the niche that Shunosaurus would actually be actually picking on, which because Shunosaurus would actually be able to eat stuff from like the low branches of the trees, some shrubs and ferns. It is not designed to actually find vegetation at the tops of the trees. It's not that big of a sauropod, so those bigger sauropods would able to actually do that. So like the brachiosaurs and those types of animals. And so here is a map of the late Jurassic period, 152 million years ago. So this is 7 million years after Shunosaurus actually lived in. But this is going to be as close as you can get to what 159 million years ago actually did look like. So that it's just a rough estimation. Now the next episode will be on December 20th, 2019, so it'll be the last episode of 2019, and so I'll let you guys know about that, and that's a Q&A episode. So if you got any questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you actually post your questions on the wall or in the comments section. And also for YouTubers out there, feel free to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and leave your questions in the comments section. I do read them all, but remember, keep your questions. If you want to actually send me multiple questions at one time, try to actually just do like 2 to 3 questions at one time, because I can't read. Because if you send me like 10 questions at once, I can't read them all, and I would actually just pick the ones that actually will be that I will be able to actually answer. And so just to let you know about that, but just let you guys know, just give the videos a like. That helps me out, and also subscribe to the channel, and because that helps out the channel a lot, and also helps me out a lot to make sure make sure I keep doing this. And also you get to learn a lot more from a paleontology nut like myself. But also, you can keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. It's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. Also, take care of the people around you. Also, for younger people out there that miss you listening to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians, it's the best motivation you can have for good education. It's very important to have a good education. So with a good education, you get a good job in the future. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.